Welcome, folks, to exclusive fair coverage. I am your co-host, Nikki Moorville, and with me to my left is Sussex County Sports Hall of Famer, the very handsome Dan Cleary.
Wow, well,
Dan.
You're half right. I'm in the Hall of Fame.
Dan, I've known you for many, many years. I don't think we've actually co-hosted a show together.
I don't think we have, Nick.
First.
I don't think so. I think I interviewed you when I was at the paper when you were playing softball and field hockey.
Yeah, a long time ago.
But I don't think we were co-hosting.
Well, folks, it's a first for everything. Here at the fair, the State Fair, as Rich Hamler has told me. So, Dan, we've been here all week doing so many things. What have been some of the highlights for you this week? Anything good?
Everything's good here at the fair, obviously, Nick. You know, we've been doing this for a long time. There's a lot of events. I get to see the same people that is, you know, year after year, and that's always fun. Mm-hmm. The Demolition Derby, everyone goes nuts for that.
Yes.
I covered that the other night.
Yes.
I wasn't here the night it rained. That must have been wild when they had it the night it rained.
Oh my gosh.
So, but you know, the wood chopping competition, which we're talking about in this show.
Right.
Just, it's always fun to see everyone out here just enjoying themselves. And I get a kick out of people that you can tell are not from the area.
Yes.
They're just like, wow, look at this stuff. This is great.
It is. It's like how I look when I'm in New York City, like looking up at the skyscrapers. Like those people here are like, don't understand.
But you got to look down here because
exactly.
you don't want to step into something.
I know. Good point. So, folks, so much is on the show today. It's all about STIHL. STIHL has been our title sponsor for our fair shows, and we thank them so much because they go above and beyond. And I will tell you, we love STIHL, and today we devote our entire show to STIHL. So, Dan, we have a lot to cover. Tell us a little bit about where you were at.
Well, the first Saturday, it's the same time as the Queen of the Fair competition. We have the wood chopping competition right behind us here in the Ag Pavilion, and it brings a lot of fans in. And STIHL, as you said, is the big sponsor. We spoke to STIHL rep Mike O'Grady prior to the event to talk about STIHL and why they do that.
It's a great event. I think we have more guys signed up this year than ever. Last year there were 48 guys signed up. This year I think we're at 52. So we're looking for a big day.
Just give everyone an idea of the events you guys run.
There's a saw competition, axe throwing, then they put 4 logs down and you have to split each log and have each log have a certain amount of paint on it. Log rolling.
And just talk about it. I've been covering this for many years. It just seems every year it gets more and more popular.
Every year. Last year was our biggest year, and now again this year is even bigger than last year. So, and we were talking before, next year it might be in the big arena. So next year they're looking for more people to show up. So,
and over the last few years, I've seen more and more females get involved and doing well.
Absolutely, yeah. We got, I think the guy who gets us all the wood, Mike Lacken, I believe his wife, maybe his daughter or 2 get involved. So yeah, more women getting involved, the better.
And how important is it for STIHL to get in the community for an event like this?
We do great. We have a ton of customers coming in, asking where to go, looking for knowledge about the product, information, pricing, stuff like that. So for us, it's a win-win.
And one of the trademarks of STIHL is that you guys don't deal with the big box stores, you deal with the local vendors. Who's the local vendor tonight, and tell me how you got involved with them?
Yes, we are not in the big box stores. STIHL has a philosophy of, they want the machine serviced. So when it leaves the store, it's running. You can get parts for it, properly maintained. And our vendor tonight is Montague Tool, who is a great sponsor, and I have a bunch of guys here tonight.
Mike's a great guy, STIHL's a great product. So the first event of the evening was the log roll. The annual New Jersey State Fair Woodsman competition presented by STIHL and Montague Tool and Supply drew a big crowd to the Agriculture Pavilion on the first Saturday of the fair. And in the first event of the evening, Ralph Stang and Brody Weck complete the 2-man log roll with a first place time of 22.4, topping the second place finishers of Dan Farmer and Chance DeGroat, who placed with a 23.5. In the 2 women log roll, it was the combination of Caitlin McSweeney and Elena DiPolo combining for a winning time of 36:10, besting the second place finishers by over 2 seconds. We go to the Jack and Jill log roll, and it's Ralph Stang once again with a winning time as he teams up with Casey Cleaver for a first place finish of 2022, the best time in all 3 categories. Nikki, you should see those people push that log. I mean, it might sound easy, you're pushing a log, but no.
Not easy.
It's pretty wild.
I couldn't do it, Dan, I'm telling you right now. See these guns?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's from lifting a kid all day.
There you go.
They're hardly there.
You could do the
I don't
log
know
toss.
how these people do it, exactly. All right, Dan, are we throwing to a break?
Yes, we are.
All right, guys, we'd like to thank our sponsor, of course, STIHL. We love you, our title sponsor. We also want to thank Isla Frugero Funeral Home and the Sparta Cancer Center. We'll be right back.
Real people, STIHL people. From full-time professionals to weekend warriors, they trust STIHL and servicing STIHL dealers. Right now, hardworking STIHL blowers start at $139.95 and legendary STIHL chainsaws start at $179.95. Find your STIHL dealer at stihldealers.com or search STIHL. Real people, STIHL people. Join us.
Sparta Cancer Center, the only advanced oncology center in Sussex County.
The Sparta Cancer Center is able to provide comprehensive cancer services to anybody who has been diagnosed with cancer, and the key is that we offer these services to the local community so that people don't have to travel far to get excellent comprehensive care. The most satisfying, I would say, is really just seeing the patients through the treatments and then seeing them when they come back fully recovered and basically leading their normal lives and getting back to the way they were before all this started.
Sparta Cancer Center, 89 Sparta Avenue, Suite 130. Treated right here.
Where dedication is a tradition, a helping hand in a time of need, the family that's brought you comfort for over a century. Ruggiero Funeral Home, we're here because we care.
Welcome back, folks, to exclusive fair coverage for the Sussex County Farm and Horse Show, New Jersey State Fair. I am your host, Nikki Morville, along with my buddy, Dan Cleary. So, Dan, you know, I've got some information about you that I've learned throughout the years.
Oh,
okay?
hopefully all good.
I understand back in the 80s you used to go to the hayloft.
Yes.
I went to the
Wow.
hayloft.
Well, you must have been 2.
Listen, I was in college when I went. In fact, I don't know if it was actually called the hayloft when I went there, but I used to go there too, and I understand you used to follow some like cover bands or something like that.
Oh, this is Tyler. You must have been talking to Tyler, the old crystal ship.
How was that? Good?
It was great.
Those are the days, right, man?
Well, from what I remember, yeah, they were good times.
I'll tell you, a lot of people can't remember the 80s. I was a child of the 90s, which is still was a lot of fun. But yeah, those places were the fun places. I don't know many places like that in Sussex County anymore. They need to bring back something like the hayloft.
I agree. Absolutely. That was the place to go. People from all over would show up there.
Let's have the kids
hang out
do
in the
something
barn.
around here. Hang out in a barn, man. Instead of get off your iPads. Let's go have fun. All right, Dan. So next up, we have a big show, folks. Lots and lots of STIHL products we are talking about, and we're also all talking about the wood chopping competition. That's not easy to say.
Not easy to do either.
What are
Nick.
we doing next, Dan?
Well, they have 3 categories in the saw competition: small saw, medium saw, and large saw. And here's those events. In the men's small saw competition, it's the aptly named Tom Wood blazing through the block with a winning time of 9.1 to stake a claim to first place at the moment. But then watch Cody Kastner match that sizzling time, but he cuts the block off also in 9.1, setting off a saw-off to determine a winner. And in the saw-off, it's Cody Kastner coming through with the victory to pick up his first win on the evening with another terrific cut. We move to the women's small saw competition, and it's veteran Kelly Fowler with a first place time of 10.9 to take over first place. But watch Madison Lacken force a saw-off when she matches that time with another 10.9. And in the saw-off, it's Madison Lacken coming through with her first place time as she wins the event and starts her big night here at the Agricultural Pavilion. We move to the men's medium saw competition, and it's Peter Schneider picking up a first place medal in the event with a winning time of 6.7 seconds, nipping Ralph Stang, who posted a second place time of 7.1, and we will see these two warriors later on in this competition. All right, in the women's medium saw, it's Madison Lacken with another first place time as she posts a 9.22, holding off Caitlin Hammerly, who turned in a 9.3 to place a close second. We move to the men's large saw competition, and it's Peter Schneider once again with a win as he buzzes through for a first place time of 6.44, as Cody Kastner was right on his heels with a second place time of 6.7. In the women's large saw, it was Madison Lacken once again with a first place finish, this time with a time of 8.1, as she held off second place finisher Kelly Fowler, who turned in a fine 8.9.
Okay, folks, we want to thank our title sponsor, STIHL. Thank you so much, STIHL. You've been an amazing sponsor for us this year for all of our exclusive fair coverage. We also want to thank Isla Frugero Funeral Home and the Sparta Cancer Center. We'll be right back.
Real people, STIHL people. From full-time professionals to weekend warriors, they trust STIHL and servicing STIHL dealers. Right now, hardworking STIHL blowers start at $139.95 and legendary STIHL chainsaws start at $179.95. Find your STIHL dealer at stihldealers.com or search STIHL. Real people, STIHL people. Join us.
Sparta Cancer Center, the only advanced oncology center in Sussex County.
The Sparta Cancer Center is able to provide comprehensive cancer services to anybody who has been diagnosed with cancer, and the key is that we offer these services to the local community so that people don't have to travel far to get excellent comprehensive care. The most satisfying, I would say, is really just seeing the patients through the treatments and then seeing them when they come back fully recovered and basically leading their normal lives and getting back to the way they were before all this started.
Sparta Cancer Center, 89 Sparta Avenue, Suite 130. Treated right here.
Where dedication is a tradition, a helping hand in a time of need, the family that's brought you comfort for over a century. Isla Frugero Funeral Home, we're here because we care.
Welcome back, folks, to exclusive Sussex County Farm and Horror Show, New Jersey State Fair coverage. I am Nikki Morville along with Dan Cleary. Dan used to work at the New Jersey Herald many, many years ago with my husband, right? You were sports and he was news?
Yes, indeed. He started off at news as a sports guy doing football games.
You're right.
And then John did a great job covering the courts.
Yeah, and that was, I mean, you guys had a great bunch back then.
That was fun.
Those were some good
That was a
times,
fun
right?
newsroom, I'll tell you that much.
I'll tell you, Dan's been in the business for a very long time, and now you're going to see more of us on camera here. Dan, you host Greetings from Vernon.
Yes, I do.
And I host Positively Sparta, and I also produce that show. And we're always looking for more news stories.
Absolutely.
So, right, if you're out there, if you're in Vernon, you contact Dan, you contact Muggs Media. Same with Sparta. Anything you want to get on air, something newsworthy for the public to see, you let us know. And hey, if you are a person in a town, dignitary, someone like that who wants to get your town showcased, let us know at Muggs Media because we would love to do that.
Absolutely. Send an email to info@muggsmedia.com and we will get back to you with the pricing. Believe it or not, folks, it's not as expensive as you might think.
Yeah.
And if you see Positively Sparta and Greetings from Vernon, they're nice positive shows about the good things in this county, and there's plenty of that.
They are. And you want to know what, folks? It's nice to have some positive news once in a while because there's so much negative stuff on television, all these horrible political issues. I'm over it. Let's get back to the basics, talking about the good things that are in your county, because let me tell you, Sussex County is the best. We're the best around. There's a reason why people want to come settle here and raise their families here, because it is so nice. It's a nice place to live, so we would like to showcase that. So let us know at info@mugsmedia.com. Dan, what do we have next?
Well, there was the crosscut competition. It's with the two people. They'll have the two-man, the two women, and what they call the Jack and Jill. And they cut the piece of wood, going back and forth. Takes a lot of effort and teamwork.
Yes.
Let's check out those highlights. In the two-man crosscut, it's a terrific teamwork once again from Ralph Stang and Brody Weck, who notch a 7.5 to win the event by almost 2 seconds. In the women's crosscut, it's the sister combination of Cheryl Rosendale and Mary Muse posting a championship time of 12.1, just nipping the second place finishers of Caitlin McSweeney and Casey Cleaver, who turned in a fine time of 12.3. The top time in the Jack and Jill crosscut was posted by the duo of Jesse Stang and Mary Muse, who cut the block in 9.5 seconds, a full second faster than second place finishers Tom Smith and Cheryl Rosendale, who posted a 10.5. Then there's the always grueling overhead chop. I don't know how these guys do it. They sit there and they chop. I'm surprised they don't. I would chop my leg off.
No, yeah.
They stand on the block and they just whack it away, and it's amazing, and they can do it in 40 seconds. Quick story, Mike Lacken, whose dad, Mike Sr., runs the event, and his mom, Marty, and his sister, Maddie, who we've seen in the highlights. He's too young to be in the competition. He's 16. But he went out there and probably would have won that wood chopping event. They did a little exhibition. They said, here's a glimpse into the future.
Yeah.
So
16 years old.
16 years old.
On how they do it.
He did that, and then there's also the log splitting, which is just as tough, but a little bit more finesse in it because you have to chop right on top of the green marker on the log. So let's check out those highlights. In the overhead chop, it's Brody Weck once again with a victory as he notches a 40.97 to win the grueling event. And in an exhibition, it was a sneak peek into the future. Our 16-year-old Mike Lacken put on a show here in the event. Keep an eye on him, folks, in 2 years. In the log split, it was Sean Normer besting the competition when he turned in a time of 35.68 to take first place in the event. And Nick, one of the more fun events to watch is the axe throw. And there's always a lot of good joking going around when the women are throwing
exactly, and I can only imagine where they're targeting. I'm going to say 95% are going to say their husbands.
Yes, that's always the good joke, and it's always when whoever wins that event from the women's division, they always ask, well, do you get along with your husband?
Exactly, I knew. How did I know?
If not, he should step up his game because she can throw an axe.
Does.
So we had the axe throwing competition. Here's the highlights of that. In the always popular axe throw event, watch Chance to Grow with the bullseye as he placed in the throw-off. In the women's axe throw is Madison Lacken getting the nice toss here as the event went to a throw-off as Caitlin Hammerly gets a nice throw here.
Okay, guys, that's some good stuff we're looking at here. STIHL, it's all about you today. We appreciate you, our title sponsor, STIHL. We also would like to thank Isla Frugero Funeral Homes and the Sparta Cancer Center. Stay tuned, we'll be right back.
Real people, STIHL people. From full-time professionals to weekend warriors, they trust STIHL and servicing STIHL dealers. Right now, hardworking STIHL blowers start at $139.95 and legendary STIHL chainsaws start at $179.95. Find your STIHL dealer at stihldealers.com or search STIHL. Real people, STIHL people. Join us.
Sparta Cancer Center, the only advanced oncology center in Sussex County.
The Sparta Cancer Center is able to provide comprehensive cancer services to anybody who has been diagnosed with cancer, and the key is that we offer these services to the local community so that people don't have to travel far to get excellent comprehensive care. The most satisfying, I would say, is really just seeing the patients through the treatments. and then seeing them when they come back fully recovered and basically leading their normal lives and getting back to the way they were before all this started.
Sparta Cancer Center, 89 Sparta Avenue, Suite 130. Treated right here.
Where dedication is a tradition, a helping hand in a time of need, the family that's brought you comfort for over a century. I live for Gerald Funeral Home. We're here because we care.
Welcome back, folks, to our final show here at the fair, the New Jersey State Fair, the New Jersey State Fair. Exclusive fair coverage, Nikki Morville, Dan Cleary. I'll tell you, every time we say it, you blink your eyes and the fair has come and gone.
That's amazing.
And it's been another one in the books. Beautiful week. I really think they only had a day of bad weather. It's been really nice here this week, which is always good for the fair people.
Absolutely.
I mean, this place is packed. Have you seen how tight the midway has been?
It's been unbelievable. And
crazy.
And the weather, besides the one rain day, as you said, it's not overly hot.
No, it's not too
So
humid.
It's nice to walk around. It's just a great place to come spend your day. So
Sure is, and we have to thank everybody again for allowing us to be here, and we really do appreciate it. As I'm getting hit with little
I don't know what that
pegs
is.
of flowers. I don't know what's going on. All right, Dan. What
People always
is
throwing
up
rose
there?
petals around your neck?
It is. That's what
Like
guys
the queen.
say. Oh, God. All right, Dan. What do we got up?
Well, the final competition of the evening was the tree felling competition, which takes the top 5 point getters at that point, which were Maddie Lacken, Casey Cleaver, Brody Weck, Peter Schneider, and Ralph Stang. And it's pretty cool, Nick. They have a tree, and they saw it, and it's got to go down and hit a soda can. Or the closest to a soda can. It's pretty wild.
Very
Someone was
interesting.
able to do that, and then you would measure it. Then the one person, Casey Cleaver, was able to hit the soda can. It was pretty wild to see it go crazy. But
yeah, does everyone go wild when that happens?
Absolutely, because it's so tough to do. Just to come down and get
That's
a little
awesome.
soda can.
That's awesome.
But that decided who was going to be the champion, so let's check out the highlights of the tree felling competition. Okay, final event of the night, and it's the tree felling competition, which features the top 5 point getters, and it's Madison Lacken. She's up first, and she lands the tree just 4 inches away from the soda can. Up next was Ralph Stang, who just misses the can, so Lacken remains in first in the event. Then it's Peter Schneider's turn. He comes close, but not as close as Lacken still holds first place. And then watch Casey Cleaver with a perfect cut as she hits the can perfectly dead square, and she takes over first place in the event. Great job there. Then it's Brody Weck with this effort in the final event of the evening, as we think it's over, but it's not. Madison Lacken was named the Jill champion, but Ralph Stang and Peter Schneider were tied for first. They go to a solo-off to determine a winner, and it's Peter Schneider winning the title to lay claim as the 2017 Woodsman of the Year. What a great night at the fair.
It's great. My 4th year doing the competition. My profession is an arborist. I have my own tree service. I do it every day. It just feels great to come here and do good.
Just talk about what's your mindset going in. They said, well, maybe you were the champ, but then you were tied with Ralph, and then you guys went to a solo-off, and you just barely beat him. Take us through what was going through your mind.
Well, in the last event we tied, and neither of us wanted it to end that way, So we did the saw-off, and I felt pretty good because I got first in the big saw, and it's always been good for me. So I was pretty confident. But, Ralph's a good guy. He's won a bunch of times in the past, and it was close.
Hey, take us through today. You did very well. You placed in almost every event.
Yeah, I got 2 first, a second, and a third. Medium and big saw, I got first in both of those. Overhand chop, I got second, and 2-man saw, my partner Sean Norman, we got 3rd place. So.
And out of those, is there one favorite event that you have?
I love the saws. Have them every day, and it just feels great to come here, and it's second nature.
You're one of the younger guys here. You've been doing this for 4 years. What did you learn over the last 4 to get you over the top today?
Just really got to practice with the saws for those, and for everything else, you can't just come here and wing it, build up the endurance. It looks so easy, but when you're actually doing it, it wears you out pretty fast.
And talk about how this will motivate you to come back next year and defend your title.
Oh, 100%. There's no chance I won't be here.
Here, Ralph Stein. Ralph went to a saw-off, came up a little short, but what a great competition tonight. Your thoughts?
It was a great competition, great people tonight, a lot of tough competitors, and we had a lot of fun tonight.
What's going through your mind when you hear, oh, it's tied, and they weren't sure what they were going to do, and you and Peter, like men, said, let's find out, let's get a winner. Just take us through that thought.
Well, it was his choice. He got me on the tree felon, but we're still tied, and you know something? It was his pick, whatever he wanted to do, and he wanted to do a chainsaw competition, and it came out to be a good show. He got me, and best of luck to him.
And you've won this before. You're one of the best here at this event. What brings you back every year? Because you do so well here.
Bragging rights. That's all it is. I mean, I grew up in this arena since I was a little kid. I watch everybody go through it, and no, it's fun. You know, what else am I going to do on a Saturday night?
And like I said, you've been around. This gets bigger and bigger every year. Why do you think that? You get older, the fans were here. It was really cool.
Well, a lot of people have been watching it since they were little kids in the stands and stuff, and now they're starting to get a chance to come out in the arena and start practicing and having fun. And they realize it's a great time, and a lot of bragging rights, and a lot of good times and good friends.
Is there any one event that you like, or series of events? Is it the saws, or what do you think you do the best at?
The best at, I'm at the saws. My favorite is a two-man cross cut.
And that takes a lot of teamwork. As you said before, it looks a lot easier than it is.
Oh yeah, people think it's easy, but it's a lot of technique, a lot of push and upper body, and it's a great time, and I love it.
We're here with Brody Weck. Brody, you're in the top 5. Your thoughts on this competition and how you did tonight?
I believe I did pretty well. I mean, always like to do better, of course, but it's always just about having a good time, you know? Just coming out here with all your friends, just having a good time, and just doing what you do.
And a lot of competition tonight. The most competitors entered. Your thoughts on you being in that final 5, having a shot to win it?
I think it was awesome. I'm always glad and stoked to be like top 5 in anything or top in any of the rounds, anything like that. So I'm just really happy to do it, all of it.
Is there any event or different events that you feel that you excel in that gives you that opportunity to be in that final 5 group?
I wouldn't truly say I excel in any of the events. I just enjoy doing them, and then preferably I like the underhand chop because it's a different experience, something new. And then of course the crowd favorite, the axe throw, is always fun.
You know, you've been coming here for several years. What have you learned over the years that's helped you get better and better?
Well, really anything I've learned came from Mike Lacken and then Butchie Atchison. They really taught me everything. So anything that I've done here is really credited to them.
And what would you take from tonight that maybe help you next year?
Work on my hands for the saws, and then touch up a couple other small stuff, mostly splitting too. But between those two, probably touch up a couple things.
Madison, you just won the Jill competition here tonight. Your thoughts?
I think it's amazing. I've been watching my parents do it my whole life, so to finally be here in their shoes is really a cool feeling.
How much of the inspiration is watching your mom, Marty? She goes out there every year. Years ago, there might be only 3 women, and she always won. And now, you know, there's a whole bunch. Just talk about how she's kind of blazed the trail.
Oh, she absolutely has. My mom is amazing. She's definitely my role model, and just watching her doing it made me want to do it. So I have to thank her for that.
And just talk about getting into the final 5 and then able to win it all.
It was amazing. I didn't think I'd have to cut down that big tree, so there's a first time for everything, and it was a really good feeling to end the night like that.
And Nick, the winner for the women was Maddie Lacken, proud Kittatinny graduate.
Go Maddie.
Also played field hockey at Kittatinny.
Go Maddie.
So
all right,
she's
girl.
a great young lady. And the overall men's winner was Peter Schneider, who's a young guy. He's only been doing it for a couple of years. I think he's in his early 20s, and he's got a great future in that event. But
I'll tell you.
It's a long night, but it's a great night for the fair, and it gets a lot of people out there. And as you've been saying the whole time, STIHL, they're the best.
They are. We can't say enough about STIHL. I mean, they do a lot for the community. This is about small business. STIHL is all about small business. You can't find them in the big places.
That's
you got to shop local. And we're all about that, folks, shopping local, right?
Montague Tool and Supply was the sponsor that STIHL brought in for the event, which they've done for years, located in Branchville.
Absolutely.
So,
And Campbell
you're right.
Small Engine. I mean, this is where, you know, STIHL lays its roots. So
Absolutely.
it's important to support your local people, folks. Hey, it's been a great week. We thank everybody again for watching us. All of our camera guys that have been out here. Tyler Atkins.
Matt Gizzy right here.
Matt Gizzy, Jordan Catelli. Anybody
Yeah,
else?
I think
been
that
helping?
was the crew.
That's it. That's the crew. I get to be the lone lovely lady. I am just so lucky, folks. So lucky. And I believe Lauren
Goff. Yep.
She came and she was trying to learn what's going on with this crazy business as well. So we appreciate everybody for watching and their support. Hope that you've enjoyed all of our exclusive fair coverage. Again, STIHL and Isla Frugero Funeral Homes and Sparta Cancer Center. We appreciate you guys for helping this happen. Anything else, Dan?
No, well, let's do this again, Nick.
Let's do it again.
Why did it take so long?
Why did it take so long? You want to see me and Dan work together? Hey, we'll make it
to
happen.
get you on the sports beat.
I would like to do some sports beat
There we
stuff.
go.
Let's check it out. All right, guys. For Dan Cleary and everyone here at Muggs Media, we wish you a good night. Bye-bye.